No, don't touch anything. Is this on?
Mic test, 1, 2.
Okay, go.
Testing from Husky Field in Houston, Texas. I think we're live now. Technical difficulties brought on by Mother Nature here, and see if we're on the air here from Houston. As we play in the top of the second inning from Husky Field in Houston. I'll wait for the thumbs up if we good.
I think so.
Yeah, we'll keep acting as if we're good. Rodney Sidlick, Husky Sports Network. We're running a little bit behind, having some technical difficulties. Mother Nature not cooperating with us today.
You're not on. You're not on. What number is that? 7? What was her count? 2-2? I can hear you, but I don't know if if I can talk.
That's me.
Psych.
F6. Back here at Husky Field at Houston, Texas, Rodney Sidlick. Game 1 of a doubleheader. HBU playing host to the Bears of Central Arkansas. Hitting on a little bit late today. Mother Nature causing some problems. We've talked on the broadcast the last several weeks how we've enjoyed such Chamber of Commerce afternoons. Well, today doesn't fit the bill. A little rainy and overcast, and radiant overcast for our Huskies to start this one as number 7 hitter in the lineup, Reagan Sperling, just left the yard, hit the stanchion of the light pole just behind the Pepsi sign in left field. Stake the Bears, to an early 4-1 lead. Got one out as we play in the top of the second inning. Try to recap it for you. Jessica Patak in the circle today for HBU. Set that Husky defense in just a moment. Number 2 hitter in the lineup, Mary Kate Brown, a freshman, left-handed hitter. 2-1 the count. 2 outs now, nobody on for Central Arkansas as the pitch is up high. I'll square the count at 2-2. 3-1. 3-1, 2 outs on Brown. UCA scratched for 2 runs in the first inning. They come back put up another deuce here in the second. Early 4-1 lead as the pitch is down a walk. Second base on balls of the day for Brown, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Kaylin Shepard, a senior. Shepard, Mechanicsville, Virginia native, Hanover High School. She was hit by a pitch and scored in the first inning. Takes a pitch for a strike. Shepard, 247 coming into today's game. 85 at bats, 15 runs, 21 hits, 3 doubles, a couple of triples, 4 home runs, 28 RBIs. Just said hit by a pitch and scored in the first. So the throwdown from Jaquez is not in time. Close play down there as Shelby Eccles applies the tag. Brown is in there safely with a stolen base. So she stands in scoring position now with an 0-1 count on Shepard. Designated hitter Jaylee Engelkiss waits on deck, would be next for Central Arkansas as we play top of the second. Like I said, try to get some of these technical bugs worked out. Like I said, Mother Nature kind of gave us some problems. We were set to go beginning of this ball game, and the rain started to come. And as we've said so many times, we've enjoyed such good weather out here in Houston to start this season. And we were just due for a clunker. This game was pushed back from yesterday. Our typical Friday doubleheader was moved to a Saturday doubleheader. 3 and 5 starts scheduled for today here at Husky Field, and a 2 p.m. start for tomorrow. So everything pushed back a day. But so far, weather's held up. Not the greatest of days, but the wind has died down here, and I think most of the mist and rain is gone. It's swing and a miss there by Shepard. Will even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As we play in the second, top of the second, UCA with a 4-1 early lead over HBU. Pitch is up high, a ball, and that'll move the count to full 3-2. Jessica Patak, a little early inning struggles. Base on balls, a hit by pitch and an RBI in the first inning for UCA. Infield single home run, Sperling here in the second. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it for UCA. But they'll pick up a couple more runs. And we'll move to the bottom of the second from Husky Field in Houston. Your score, UCA 4, HBU 1. You're watching Husky Softball on the Husky Sports Network.
Test.
Test.
Back here, Husky Field in Houston, Texas. Rodney Sidlick, Husky Sports Network. Ashton Ritchie, nice enough to sit in with me today. Like I said, not the best of weather, not the best of conditions to start this game for HBU as they find themselves down in an early hole. 7, 8, and 9 due here in the second for HBU. The designated hitter Vinker, followed by Casey Hagler and Sierra Humphreys. Very important 3-game series here in Houston for these HBU Huskies as they're chasing the Cardinals, the Central Arkansas Bears, 13-2, second place right now in the Southland Conference. So they trail only the undefeated Stephen F. Austin Lady Jacks in Southland Conference play. Seventh place currently HBU's.
Right under Sam Houston, even though we got the series against them.
Yeah, 8-7 for Sam Houston in the 6th spot, 7. And we talked to Coach Natalie Duron before the game and how important that staying in that top 8 to qualify for the Southland Conference tournament. one of the things Coach Mary Ellen Hall and this ball club one of their goals, get this team to a conference champion or get it to a conference tournament. You get these young ladies a taste of conference tournament play. Tough road to hoe here against a very, very hot Central Arkansas team. 4 straight conference sweeps by this UCA team coming into today's game. Nice shot there by Vinker. As it goes down the line, she'll check in at a nice leadoff double down the left field line to start things here in the second for the designated hitter, Sarah Vinker.
She had that really nice home run at the end of Game 3 against Incarnate Word last weekend.
Got in the home run category.
Yeah,
I know she was feeling good about herself after that one. And as we talked about, Coach Mary Ellen Hall's had to use players like Vinker who are basically pitchers by trade. With the injuries, a lot of these pitchers have had to step into that designated hitter role, and Vinker's kind of stepped up as being one of the top options for Coach Mary Ellen Hall as a pitcher that she can put into the lineup and hit. Casey Hagler, 100 her batting average on the young season for the young freshman.
She was one of those that was hurt for the majority of the beginning of this season.
That kind of pressed into action. Some injuries on the infield with Avery Drake going down. But her play at second base allowed Coach Hall to move J.C. Roberts back to the outfield, get Hagler into the lineup at second base. And she's played well, still trying to find her stroke here early in the season. But as we mentioned, just a freshman, a true freshman. She wasn't with the club last year. True freshman out of Splendora, Texas, right-handed hitter. So HBU find themselves down in an early hole. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for UCA. 1 run, 3 hits for the Huskies as we play in the bottom of the second inning. First of 2 today. The Husky Sports Network. Like I said, some of our technical difficulties with trying to get the camera out of the rain and kind of put us behind the 8 ball to start today. But hopefully got everything worked out and I was
struggling. I was definitely struggling.
Ashton Ritchie over here to my right. Yes, just struggling, scrambling as we were about to ready to go on the air when the little shower popped up. I don't want to leave that equipment out there in the rain, so we had to change course, get it up at the press box. And that ball, nice shot that time by Hagler. Is she will get the ball through the right side. Harris, right fielder up throwing, will hold Vinker at third.
I think they're handling, Johnson really well. She's a former Southland Pitcher of the Week.
273, the earned run average coming in. 2 top pitchers for this club. I think we talked about that before the game. I think Kayla Beaver, the other.
Yeah, she got Pitcher of the Week twice this season so far, so pretty big deal.
Yeah, those are the 2 that they rely on the most.
Got a coaching visit right here.
Meeting in the circle, David Kewen, head coach here at Central Arkansas. It's his 13th season. Have a word with his pitcher and infield. It's what they want to do here in the first and third. And a lot of times that has to do with what they want to do if the runner at first takes off, whether they want to throw through or not or hold up. Humphrey, the number 9 hitter. Then we'll go back to the top of the lineup with Shelby Eccles. So important batter right here for Jordan Johnson. 8-4 the record, 19 appearances, 14 starts, 9 complete. 85 2/3 pitch, 56 hits. 28 runs coming in, 28 runs, 26 of them earned. 32 walks, 85 strikeouts, 181 the batting average again. So good numbers there for Jordan Johnson, a redshirt sophomore from Paola, Kansas. It's listed also as an outfielder. A lot of these pitchers are also position players and hitters in their lineups. Humphreys looking to bunt. She'll take a strike, and now she finds herself down in the count 1-2. So HBU comes in hot off a 3-game sweep of the Cardinals of Incarnate Word last weekend, and then went on the road and struggled a little bit at Prairie View. Found themselves victim of a 6-run inning, a few walks, and some things kind of piled up on them in that game. A 6-run inning was their undoing as they dropped the 7-4 non-conference midweek game, trying to get the Southland Conference train back on track here against a very tough UCA team.
Sierra Humphrey popped it out to left field, but Sarah Vinker was able to come in and bring a run in.
So sacrifice fly for Humphreys. Vinker off her double scored. That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup with Shelby Eccles. Eccles base on balls and scored in the first. So 1 out here. Hagler remains the runner at first base. Eccles 358 coming in. Freshman, redshirt freshman, and she was with the club last year. Solidified herself at the top of that Mary Ellen Hall lineup as that pitch is in the dirt. Nice play by Vernon. Tyler Vernon will go out to have a word with Jordan Johnson. Shelby Eccles at the plate. 4-2 the score now. As HBU has scratched a run in each of the first 2 innings. Shelby Eccles will look to play add-on now. As sac fly Humphreys gets Vinker home after a double, so trying to keep the inning alive here. Eccles dribble that one foul to the third baseman Shepard. Eccles will be followed by Heidi Jaquez. Looking to get some base runners on for the middle of that HBU lineup, Sidlick and Brockway. We'll have to talk about Sidlick's accolades. She was named Hitter of the Week for the Southland Conference. Nice honor for one of our HBU players. 1-2 the count now to Eccles. Left-handed hitting freshman. Pearland, Texas native, St. Agnes Academy. Hits that one towards the gap. Left fielder back. That's Weil Wilderman. She'll have it in left, and that'll be 2 down. Hagler has to remain at first, and that'll bring up Heidi Jaquez.
Heidi Jaquez is leading the team in overall batting. She's batting a 386.
Senior backstop, Wharton, Texas native, left-handed hitter. Pitches up a ball. As we've said many times, a veteran backstop, Heidi Jaquez, handles the pitching staff well, handles her defensive chores well, and is one of the leading hitters on this team.
Yeah, she's got 8 doubles, a home run, 11 RBIs, and she actually ranks 3rd in the SLC for runs scored with 16.
Not often you find a catcher leading in runs scored. That's impressive, but she's a really good athlete. I would say she could probably play many positions, but she is very good at what she does behind the plate. And good backstops are hard to find. As count goes to 2-1, Sidlick waits on deck, the reigning Southland Conference Hitter of the Week.
I think that's what helps her out too. You know, Jaquez does her job, gets on base, and then she's got Sidlick, Brockway, Roberts to be able to do their job to be able to bring her in.
Well, we were talking to Natalie Duron before the game, assistant coach for HBU, and I made the comment that top 6 in that Husky order probably as good as any in the Southland Conference, and she did not disagree with me on that. Just Jaquez reaches out and just spoils the pitch, trying to get her something that she can handle, try to get on base, give Sidlick a shot here. Sidlick put on a show last Saturday. The finale against UIW, hit a couple of bombs, 5 RBIs in one game. That'll earn you
high 5 RBIs in one game, actually.
Yeah, that'll earn you a hitter of the week honor.
Right.
So Heidi Jaquez goes full. Hagler, the runner at first base. She'll ground that one to first. Shepard will step on the bag, 3 unassisted to retire Jaquez, and that'll retire the side. So 1 run on a couple hits for HBU, and we'll move to the top of the 3rd inning from Husky Field in Houston. Your score, UCA 4, HBU 2. You're watching Southland Conference Softball on the Husky Sports Network. Back on the Husky Sports Network. Top of the 3rd we go. New pitcher at the circle for the Huskies. Will be redshirt freshman Sarah Vinker. Get some Sarah Vinker stats here. Vinker, a sophomore. Houston, Texas native, Episcopal High School by way of Ball State. 5.33 and a 2-1 record for Vinker as she takes over for Patak here in the 3rd. Patak struggled a little bit, gave up a couple runs in each of the first 2 innings for HBU, and Coach Mary Ellen Hall elects to go with Vinker here, who is already in the lineup as a designated player, so we'll see what the lineup change is going forward. Right now, it's a designated player, Engelkiss. Foul territory to right at the first at-bat for Jay Lee.
Engelkiss is another one of those players that has gotten hitter of the week accolades.
3 unassisted as she grounds it to Brockway at first for the first out here in the 3rd inning. That'll bring up Kyla Hill, 3rd baseman. Hill the big knock in that 1st inning. Base hit, 2 RBIs for Hill.
Well, looks like the rain's starting to pick up just a little bit.
Yeah, this is one of the things that we fear today. After moving the game back yesterday, it was, we were on the north side of town this morning, and it got sunny, and it looked like it had the potential to be a really nice day. But I kept hearing that we may see some scattered showers later in the afternoon. It looks like that's what's coming, especially the further south of Houston we got, and looks like they're going to bring them off the field. So it looks like we've hit a weather delay here at Husky Field. Just to set the scenario where we're at, one out here in the top of the third, 4-2, UCA leads it. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for UCA, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for HBU as we play in the top of the third. And looks like we may cover the field and scatter the stands. So we'll keep the feed going. We'll cut the mics. Just stay with the feed, and as soon as we come back to play, we'll jump back on and join you. But once again, top of the third, we're in a weather delay. 4-2 the score. UCA leads it over HBU. You're watching Southland Conference Softball on the Husky Sports Network.